working on syllabi and just copying everything that was in them to your physical planner would take so much mental energy. I don't know why, it was so kind of tiring, but I'm glad that I'm like up and at 'em. Now we're about to get in the Bible. I really could take a nap right now, but I was like, no, we just have to get acclimated to the new schedule, the new amount of like reading that we have to do, because I've already peeped several reading assignments that I can get started on and stuff. But we're gonna get in the Word, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, it's literally 2 hours later. I've been just doing some readings for classes because since all my classes are online, pretty much my schedule and all the work that I have to do is already laid out, so I can get a head start on it. I've been reading The Woodlanders by Thomas Hardy for one of my research methods class. So just been reading that. I have to read 5 chapters and I'm only on chapter 3, so I have 2 more chapters left, but I've been reading and annotating and then summarizing each chapter just on a sticky note and like annotating the pages as I go, which has been super helpful but has taken a lot longer time. But after I'm done reading, I'm gonna try to look at the Canvas shell and just see the types of questions and stuff that are gonna be following up for this reading, because I don't think questions are due for this reading until next week, but I still want to like look a little bit ahead and really just like do all the work that I need to do for this week as much as I can, do it today, so by the time I roll back around to this class, I at least have a good amount done, because I think I'm going to approach my classes by focusing on one specific class for one entire day. I don't want to dip into several different classes in one day. I just want to focus on one class at a time, so that's going to be my one class kind of schedule of just whatever class I decide to focus on, I'm going to try to do all the work, or as much as work I can do for that class, spend the entire day doing it, and then next day do work for a totally different class. That way I'm not confusing myself by doing several different classes like in a day and trying to like juggle that, because I just don't think that's going to work. So that's what we've been up to. We've been using our matcha as just fuel. Okay, happy Tuesday. Let's get ready for class. Okay, we've made it. I'm the first one here. I'm actually super nervous, but we made it. I can't film during class, obviously, but I'll let y'all know how it goes afterwards. A little nervous. Okay, first day of class, in-person class is done. The class was actually super interesting. I think it's gonna be like a very like interesting and discussion-based class, which is once again just gonna be interesting. I feel like interesting is the only word for it. You know, we got it. We made it through. It's a 4-hour class. We made it through. First day, lots of interesting people. There's PhD students in there too, so it was cool to see like the differences and perspectives and like knowledge that you bring like according to your academic level. So pretty good, pretty cute first day done, and look how pretty the sunset is. Y'all see that? Gorgeous. We found a graduate lounge. I'm the only one here. I'm just chilling. How crazy it is that I'm in graduate school, and like the amount of work that they gave me today. No, just kidding. I'm super blessed to be able to go to graduate school to advance my education right after undergrad. Like, that's a blessing. But just sitting and thinking about how crazy it is that I'm here, boy. It's a few hours later. I had to go through my writing portfolio and edit it and make sure everything was like as up to date as possible, because I don't know, like my portfolio just had a lot of stuff that I'm like, I don't write like that anymore. So I had to go and update just from the time that I've graduated to my time now. We also made a matcha, and I'm now about to start on my schoolwork. Something told me to go and edit that writing portfolio, so I went and did that. I have my planner open and we're gonna see what we have to get into today. I've color coordinated like all my classes and stuff. So the class that I went to last night, I think we're gonna make that class blue. We're gonna make that class blue. He gave us like a 20-page reading that we have to do for that class, so I need to get started on that. So yeah, but I think I may work on my early modern literature class because I was supposed to work on that yesterday and I did not get that far, so that class may take two days out of the week for me to get through. But yesterday I was doing some other stuff that I had to like finish up. So yeah, we're gonna try. I watched the lecture. I think now I have to do the readings. So the readings, I have 4 readings, and then I have to watch a video. So I think we're gonna do that. I just read a quote that said, "In myriad ways, we draw upon what has come before us and exists around us in anything we create." And it made me think of that Kamala Harris quote. Do you think you just fell out of a coconut tree? Like, you exist in the context of...
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
I literally was just reading and thought of that. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this. When you get cold food, you kind of wait for it to get not as cold so it's not super cold when you eat it. I don't think I like cold stuff. Like cold, like pasta salads. Like my mom made a smoked seafood salad, which is gonna slap. But I don't like when it's like super cold. So I'm waiting for it to get a little room temp so I can turn on Chicago MD, eat this in my cornbread muffin, and just decompress. Oh my word, it's the way I'm rushing to Bible study because I started doing my workout. I literally still have my ankle weights on. I have my left side to do still, but I did my whole right glutes and I still have to do my left. But my mom needed help making something, so I had to stop and help her for about a good 35 minutes. And so that cut me super close in time. So it's almost 8 o'clock and that's when my Bible study starts. And I just finished on my left side, like I was saying. But I'm gonna do my workout, finish my workout after Bible study. But we're in Genesis 3 today. Thankfully, I just recently read Genesis 3 and we were supposed to have our own notes, so I have that covered. But oh my word, I was literally just praying for patience the entire time because I was like, oh my gosh, like let me not try to rush this workout. But like I said, I kept my ankle weights on, so once this Bible study ends, I'm gonna literally turn my workout video on my phone in my room and just finish it because I was doing it in my workout room. But oh my gosh, didn't even have time to fill my water bottle or anything. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, good morning, happy Friday. I'm going to attempt the blueberry matcha recipe. Okay, I am so sorry to announce that I've already tried the matcha. I could not like wait. It looks so good. I put it in the freezer though, and now I'm trying it and it is so good. Like the blueberry is the perfect touch. However, I most definitely did spruce up my recipe. I added actual coffee creamer and a vanilla cupcake syrup, so it tastes kind of like a sweet blueberry, not pastry, because it's not sweet enough to like say that it tastes like a pastry, but it's giving like a sweet, just a really sweet kind of vanilla-y creamy blueberry. I really like it. I want to try it though with strawberry. I feel like strawberry would be super delicious, but like blueberry is a good start. I feel like you could do it with any of the berries, but I had just kept seeing people do it on my timeline, but I think they put a lot more blueberry than I did because I just used the blueberry that I could mush up in a bowl. I didn't have like a big like jar of blueberry, but I've seen people do like the jar of blueberry, so maybe I'll try again and do like a proper jar of blueberry with the sugar and leave it in the fridge overnight. We're doing homework. We have some work to do for my research methods class, so we're back at the desk, but I think I'm gonna try to finish all my homework up for the next, or no, for this week, so when we sit at the desk next week we don't have to like carry on, because a lot of the homework that I have due is actually due next Monday and not today, even though today's Friday, and it's not like due Sunday or anything, it's all due Monday. So I think the routine will be like every Friday I get all the work done that I have to do for next Monday, you know, to make sure that all that is done. I don't know if that was confusing, because it was confusing to me when I was reading the deadlines, and I was like, everything is basically due Monday. Nothing's due Sunday or Friday. It's all Monday. So all we're doing is just doing homework. We got actually dressed today, which is a stark difference. And we also did my eyebrows. I think they look better. It is a couple hours later. I've been just highlighting my life away. My thumb hurts so bad from just gripping the highlighter like this, so I've been like grabbing it literally like this, as loose as possible. So we're gonna stop soon. It's almost 6 p.m. It's 5:30, and I try to be done with work for the day for like by 6, just because. But I'm doing work for my rhetoric class, and it's a topic on rhetoric, and the topic is social spheres, and it's just making me think about the creation of social like circles and how we create them and how Jesus created them. I don't know why, I just kind of thought about that, and like the environment he was struggling so hard to keep consistent with the disciples. Like if you watch The Chosen, you know what I'm talking about, how he always kind of had to get everybody back together and be like, we are not fighting against each other, we are just trying to share the gospel. But like all the time people have their personal agendas and trying to get like personal things done through the gospel, and it's like that is not the purpose of this. The purpose is to try to get people to know the gospel, not to know you, not to know this, not to gatekeep this or not share this. Like it's to spread the gospel. But that's kind of what this reading is reminding me about, of like how when we create social circles or social matters, we often do it around our own interests, and it's just making me think in Christian culture, like, or just as a Christian, like how often do you create social matters in relation to God's word? Like how often do you present this issue not because it's something that you personally care about, but it's because it's something that Jesus cares about? Like I don't even know, like homelessness or just lack of godly wisdom in the community. Like how often do you present matters like that to the people in your community, to your social circle, and present them not because they are bothering you, but because you're like, they bother God and we need to do something about it. And it's just kind of making me think about that. And also in this morning when I read the Bible, I was in Genesis, and it was talking about the Tower of Babel, and how when God first created the earth and the heavens and everything, after Adam and Eve had their kids, you know, Cain, Abel, and Seth, which I always forget about Seth. I'm so sorry for Seth, but Cain, Abel, and Seth, kind of after in that same time period, people try to create a tower all the way up to heaven so their name would be known. That's literally what the word says. And it's just so crazy to me that from the beginning, we were so worried about our personal interests instead of what God put us on the earth to do. Like, from the beginning of time, there was not even that many people on earth, and they were so worried about getting their name known to how many people? How many people were on earth in comparison to how many people are on earth now? It's like, we've always as humans kind of always try to put our personal interests forward, and it's just making me think about, like, kind of the importance of being godly minded and really focusing on things of above, you know? I don't know, it should make me think about that, but I'm not sure if I said it already, but it's 5:30 and I want to finish homework by 6, so probably gonna read as much as I can and then wrap it up for the evening because my thumb hurts. Am I in my pajamas by 7 p.m. on a Friday afternoon? I am, and I love this so much. Also, if you ever hear creaking in my background, it's my ceiling fan. It's always on high. But we're gonna watch a K-drama on Netflix. Netflix has been releasing all new dramas. I'm currently watching the one with, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I just finished Queen of Tears literally last night. Don't ask me why, it took me such a long time. But there's a new one, I forget the name, but I'm watching a lot of new ones, and then I'm going to be watching another new one that's going to be released on Amazon Prime. But the one I'm watching, it has a man named Minho in it, and I really love him. I love his K-pop group he's in as well. So I'm going to watch that one. My older sister started watching it, and she was like, no, you have to try it because it's different than what the previews look. So we're going to give that a chance. I also feel like we're going to do a face mask because I think I'm breaking out a little bit just from the first week of school stress subconsciously. I feel like you can be stressed without being like, oh my gosh, and running frantic. You can just, like, your body will be reacting to it. So we may do a face mask. I also low-key want to try to stretch my hair. I just got a retwist, and after like a fresh retwist, my hair always looks significantly shorter than it actually is. So stretching it by like putting it in braids or anything just helps it look a little bit longer. Because it's not that I don't like it looking short, it's just sometimes I'm like, okay, the short look was cute for a week, now it's time to make it a little bit longer by stretching it with like some braids and stuff. I don't like to do high tension stretching with like actual banding or pulling or anything. I'll just braid it, and braiding it tends to stretch it pretty naturally and lightly without pulling too much. But I want to thank you guys for spending the first week of school with me. I hope your week was well, no matter if you were in school or not. And yeah, thank you so much for going through this week with me. We're bringing back the Christian Student Diaries. If you follow me on TikTok when I was posting them consistently in undergrad, you'll know that this is kind of my second nature. So I'm excited to bring it onto this platform now that I'm on here and not on TikTok at the moment anymore. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to always protect your peace. Bye! Thank you so much for watching.